I'm going to make a promise to you in the next 7 seconds that nobody on YouTube is making. Then I'm going to prove it. As you can see here, $242,000 in the last 120 days, trading NQ futures only on the 5-minute time frame, taking just one trade per day. Let me quickly refresh this so you can see this is not a screenshot, and this is all my previous 4 months. And by the time this timer hits 0, you know my entire strategy, and I'll show you every single day of this week, 3 trades that I took, 2 trades that I skipped, 100% win rate on this week on the trades that I took. If you can't open your chart tomorrow and execute this, that's on me, not on you. And now let's get straight into it. I trade only NQ, only on the 5-minute chart, and only on the New York session. This is the base of this strategy. You can see that I only have 2 indicators on my chart. This is the sessions indicator. You can copy my settings here, and this is my personal indicator. This is only showing the higher time frame EMAs on my 5-minute chart. I already did a video on how to set up this indicator. I will leave the link in the description down below on how to set up this higher time frame EMAs on the 5-minute chart. The first rule of the strategy is before the New York session open, we need to define our bias if it's bullish or bearish. And we do that using these EMAs. If these EMAs are going downwards and the price is below them, we will be looking for shorts. If the price is above these EMAs and pointing upwards, we will be looking for longs. If these EMAs are flat, overlapping, or too close to each other, we will not be taking a trade simply because that shows that the market is indecisive and we don't have a clear bias. That's why we will not be taking a trade when these EMAs are flat, overlapping, or mixed. And this ensures that we are always on the right side of the market. Now for rule number 2, we need to see a pullback in the opposite direction of our bias. Plus, we want to see a fair value gap inside this pullback. Like we see here, this day our bias was bearish, price is under all the EMAs. We can see a pullback here in the opposite direction of the trend, and we can see here fair value gap inside this pullback. That means if we are looking for shorts like this example, we want to find the last bullish fair value gap in this pullback. And now for rule number 3. If we break this fair value gap to the downside, that means we inverted this fair value gap. We enter when this 5-minute candle is over, and we put our stop loss at the previous candle that inverted this fair value gap. That means at this candle. And we either target previous liquidity like we have here on this example, or if we don't have a near previous liquidity, we simply target 2 hours. And don't forget, please wait for the 5-minute candle to be over to enter. Don't enter in the middle of the candle because it can wick and the price can continue going up. And now let me walk you through all the days of this week, starting from Monday, the day that I didn't take a trade, until today was Friday, the 1st of May. So let me show you what happened Monday. We can see here for rule number 1 that the bias is already defined because the EMAs are pointing up. The price is over the 1-hour EMA, as you can see right here. So rule number 1 is checked. For rule number 2, I kept looking for a fair value gap inside this pullback that is in the opposite of the direction of the market, but I couldn't find it. But later in the afternoon, a fair value gap was formed. But the problem with this setup is I noticed that the candles are becoming much smaller. That means there is no volume in the market. It was going to be a winning trade, but I didn't want to risk it. So you can see here we can put the stop loss under the previous candle, and we can target this previous liquidity right here. That would have been a winning trade, but I didn't want to risk it. And for everyone who was asking me in the DMs why I didn't take the trade, I simply wasn't comfortable taking this trade. That's it. So Monday I didn't take a trade. Let's jump into Tuesday. Here, after market open, we can clearly see that the price is under all the EMAs and they are all pointing downwards. A fair value gap was formed right here in this pullback in the opposite of our bias because our bias is bearish. I entered right after breaking this fair value gap and inverting it. I put the stop loss here at this previous candle and simply targeted near previous liquidity. Let's play this trade out. It went to take profit in 25 minutes. After that, I closed my charts and call it a day. This was Tuesday the 28th. I made 5.6K on it. And this is the power of this strategy. You only take one trade per day and you call it a day. You can go live your life. You don't need to be glued in front of the charts for all day. You simply take a trade exactly like this every single day without any discretion. Purely mechanical. You can see clearly the fair value gap in front of your eyes. You can clearly see the bias using the EMAs. And if all conditions are met, you simply execute the trade. That's it. Now let's go to the next day. On this day, Wednesday, I noticed that the EMAs are so close to each other. That means the market is indecisive. I drew this fair value gap here in this pullback and kept waiting. Maybe the EMAs will start pointing downwards, but it didn't happen. You see here that the EMAs are still flat. That's why I didn't take this trade. And all the traders that took a trade on this day are simply traders who forced this setup. That was Wednesday, the 29th of April. You can see here it's blank. That means I didn't take a trade. Let's jump to the next day. Man, this was a tricky day for some traders. We can clearly see that the EMAs are pointing upwards. That means my bias will be bullish for the day. I started looking for a fair value gap inside this bearish pullback. You can clearly see it right here. Now let's play the price. Still nothing. Now we can clearly see that the second fair value gap has formed. Let me quickly remove this. You can clearly see that the EMAs are still pointing upwards. That's why I entered. I put my stop loss on this previous candle right here and I targeted previous liquidity. Let's play the price out. And straight to TP. This was not the textbook setup, especially with the EMAs, but you need to notice the little details. EMAs right here are not so close together like the previous day. When I decided to not take a trade, look how much these EMAs are close together. Look here, you can see right here clearly that the EMAs are pointing upwards. This was a huge liquidity grab, if you want to call it like that. And this was on Thursday, the 30th of April. I made 4.2k with it. Let's jump to the next day, which is today. Today, we can clearly see that the EMAs are pointing upwards and stacked. The price is above the EMAs, so my bias will be bullish. This is the first rule. Now let's see the market open. It was a huge candle. We can clearly see here on the left that we have an unmitigated fair value gap. That's why I entered. I put my stop loss on the fair value gap because the candle open was so big. My stop loss doesn't exceed usually 300 ticks. I entered, put my stop loss on the fair value gap, and we did go straight to TP. That was the trade I took today, Friday, the 1st of May. I made 4.3k with it. Now let me do a quick recap to end the video. Like I said, we only trade NQ, only on the 5-minute time frame and only on the New York session. Before market open, we need to define our bias, if it's bullish or bearish. We do that with the help of the higher time frame EMA indicator that I have here. If the EMAs are pointing upwards, we go long. If the EMAs are pointing downwards, we go obviously short. If the EMAs are too close to each other, mixed like this and flat, we don't take a trade at all. Rule number 2, we need to find a fair value gap in the pullback opposite of the direction of the market. That means we are here obviously bullish. We want to find a fair value gap inside this pullback that we have here. Rule number 3, if we broke and inverse this fair value gap, we go in. We put our stop loss either on the candle that inverted the fair value gap, the previous candle, or the swing low. That depends solely on market structure and also on the risk appetite everyone had. And please, before I forget, please make sure to enter after the 5-minute inversion candle is over. I see too many people rushing and entering in the middle of the candle and simply price turns against them. Now for the TP, if we have near previous liquidity more than 2 hours, we target it. If not, we simply target 2 hours. This is the whole strategy. And don't forget, this EMA indicator is free. I will leave the link in the description down below on how to set it up for free. Make sure to subscribe, drop your questions in the comments. I make sure to reply on everyone. Follow me on Instagram. Let's meet on the next one.